In addition to Viz extensions in Tableau, we can also use dashboard extensions to kind of elevate what our dashboards look like. And here's an example of a dashboard that we're going to make using a dashboard extension. So the data is showing profit per state over some period of time. That's what's being shown in the map. And then in the line chart below is being shown total profit over this period of time. And there are these different categories of furniture, office supplies, and technology. And this dashboard extension that we're going to use is going to be set up so that if I click on this furniture image or the text, it will show the profit per state in the furniture category and the profit over time for furniture. And same idea for these other categories like office supplies and technology. And so this lets the user interact with the dashboard in a slightly different way. Instead of just selecting, from a drop-down menu of furniture, office supplies, or technology, this lets it be a little bit interactive by clicking on the images. So this is what we're going to create. And to do this, we're going to need our data file, our Excel file with the data, along with this image that has the image of furniture, office supplies, and technology that we're going to use to create our clickable regions. So open up Tableau and connect to this data file, this Excel file that has sample Superstore data. And we're going to use the sheet with orders. So drag orders over, and if you look at this, we have order IDs, order dates, lots of data about the orders, customer names, city, state, and in here we also have the category of what was purchased, along with sales amount and profit. So what we're going to do before we make our dashboard, we need to make the charts that are going to be included in the dashboard. So I'm going to go to sheet 1, and first let's make our map that shades each state with the profit. So I want to select state, and right now marks is set to automatic. I want to change this to map. And now I want to color in the states with the profit amount. So I'm going to take profit and I'm going to drag that to color. And it looks like we have blue and orange. So orange should represent if there's a negative profit, so a loss, and the more orange would be the bigger negative number, and then the more blue will be the bigger positive numbers. So I'm going to rename this sheet as just map for now. And then let's make a new worksheet for showing a line chart of profit over time. So I'm going to double click profit, and let's see, order date will let me see what's happening over time. And this is a line chart, which is great. And instead of just showing the data by year, let's change it to show by month. So each month, each year over this time period. And let's see, if I add titles, I should have added a title to my last chart. This would be profit over time. I should probably add units to that title. And to my map, I should give it a more helpful name, maybe profit per state. And another thing I need to do, since I'm going to want to give these clickable regions for categories, I want to add category to each of my charts as a filter. And I'm just going to select all of the categories, but to each of these charts, I want to add that category to filter. And once we have both of our charts made, we're ready to go over and make a new dashboard. So let's put the charts that we want on here. So we want our map and our line chart, and I'm going to organize these just one on top of the other for now. And now we want to add our dashboard extension. So under objects, there should be something under text that says extension. So if I double click on that, it will bring up a lot of dashboard extensions that I could use. And I want to select some features that it might make it a little bit easier to find what I want. So I'm going to select Built by Tableau and Salesforce. I want it to be free, and I want it to work with Tableau Public. And then if you scroll down a little bit, the one that we're going to want is called Image Map Filter. It says it creates a more interactive experience with a custom image map to filter your dashboards. So really it's just a fancy way to apply a filter. So I'm going to add this to the dashboard. And the thing that pops up here is saying, okay, I need to know what image you're going to use. So you want to choose that image that I gave you. So we're going to upload this category image. And then our dimension that we want to filter on is category. And I want to select both of these worksheets to apply to this clicking, this filtering. So click one and then hit Command and click the other. Okay. And so I don't like this image being squished up in the corner, so I'm going to drag it over to the left here, make it a little bit more narrow. Great. Okay, so my dashboard is set up, and now I need to set up my clickable areas. So I'm going to go to this Change Edit mode, and I want to be able to select a region in my image and tell it what filter to apply. So maybe if I start with furniture, I'm going to select this big area, maybe that right there, and I want it to use the category filter of furniture. So I'm going to hit OK. And I should probably move this a little bit, tweak it a little bit. I still want it to apply to furniture. I'll just leave it like that for now. And then we want to select, I need to actually choose the right option. I want to select this region for office supplies. So I'm going to change the category filter to office supplies. And then if I scroll down, this one at the bottom, I want to set as technology. Great, so we've set up this extension, and if you want to test it, you can go up to this test filtering, and you can test if I click on furniture, does it really apply that filter to the charts? And if I click on office supplies, what happens? And so this is kind of a nice way to just make our dashboard a little bit more interactive. And there are a lot of different extensions that you can use here to really elevate your dashboards and maybe do some things that you might want to do that create or that require some of these extensions.